What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another Clash Royale video. Now today I have something pretty important to talk to you guys about. As you all know, the Electro Wizard challenge starts tomorrow, and there are a lot of questions going around about this challenge. Of course, you need to have a deck that uses the Electro Wizard, and if you get to 12 wins, you of course get a free Electro Wizard from that chest. Now the question is, what kind of decks will be good in this challenge, and what should you put in your deck? Now today I have a pretty solid deck that I think might do really well in this challenge. Of course, the Electro Wizard isn't out yet, so I'm substituting the Electro Wizard for the Ice Wizard just for now. But of course, in the Electro Wizard challenge, you will be using the Electro Wizard instead of the Ice Wizard. So this is the deck. We have a Miner, Elite Barbarian, Ice Golem, Fireball, Tornado, Skeleton Army, and the Mega Minion. And of course, like I said, the Electro Wizard in place of the Ice Wizard, but for today's video, the Ice Wizard will have to do, considering the Electro Wizard is not too strong of a card, just like the Ice Wizard. They basically cost the same elixir, just one elixir apart, and they are mainly used to slow down enemy troops. The Ice Wizard slows down with the ice, and the Electro Wizard slows down with his zap spells. They both have kind of the same hit points, so it's kind of an even card right here. So by using the Ice Wizard, you can kind of see how the Electro Wizard will play in this deck. Now you don't have to use this deck, however, this is probably the deck that I will be using in the challenge to try to get 12 wins. I think it's going to work out really well, but there are a few cards that you want to make sure you do and don't use in this challenge. Obviously, you do not want to use Sparky. I was watching Wicked Gaming's gameplay the other day of the Electro Wizard, and the Electro Wizard definitely just wrecks Sparky. With the constant zap spell, Sparky has no time at all to get off a shot. It's basically just like a useless card. So do not use Sparky. I would try to say don't use the Hog Rider. You might be able to get to the tower a few times with the Hog Rider, but with how aggressive that deck is supposed to be, it's not going to do well against the Electro Wizard, considering all it's going to do is keep zapping your Hog Rider, and it probably won't get off that many shots. So no Sparky in your deck. I probably wouldn't recommend a Hog Rider either. However, a Giant deck probably would work out really well, a Lava Hound deck, a Golem deck. In this case, I'm using a Miner, which probably works out really well in this challenge. Elite Barbarian should do pretty well. Ice Golem is definitely going to be a good card, and you must have a Fireball in your deck, because in this challenge, a level 7 Fireball is going to be able to take out a level 1 Electro Wizard completely. So if the guy has a massive push coming towards your tower, or you just don't want to deal with the Electro Wizard, or maybe it's next to his tower, you want to get some extra damage on the tower, go ahead, throw your Fireball, and it will completely take out the Electro Wizard. Now the Skeleton Army is kind of a hit or miss, because the Electro Wizard can only attack 2 units at a time, and it doesn't attack too quickly. It definitely won't be able to take out an entire Skeleton Army, so as long as you have some other troops behind it, it should do pretty well. Of course, they might have a Zap, because most players do use a Zap. However, with the Electro Wizard, I'm not exactly sure how many people are going to be running Zaps, considering the Electro Wizard is basically just like a walking zap spell. Either way, those are my tips for the Electro Wizard challenge, and this is the deck that I will most likely be using. Of course, if it doesn't work and you want to know what else I'm using, make sure you go ahead and follow me on Twitter. I will announce how I'm doing in this challenge with what decks on Twitter, so make sure you guys go ahead and follow me on there. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into some replays of this deck so you can see how it does in a battle. So here's the very first battle. These are going to be friendly battles because I was obviously testing the deck out against different types of decks. So I will be going up against some clanmates in today's video, starting with FSU ATL's Couch, which is in my clan Regicide. He's actually using a Lava Hound Miner deck with also some spam troops in there as well, such as the Goblins and 3 Elixir Minions. So you guys will be able to see how my deck does against this deck. I'm also going to go ahead and throw on a Miner behind his left lane tower, as well as rushing my Elite Barbarians down that lane. They will lock onto the tower and do a lot of damage right here. The Ice Wizard actually takes out his minions, and the Barbs drop that tower immediately down to 222 hit points. So down goes a Mega Minion to finish off his Lava Hound. I also had to drop down an Ice Golem to finish off those Goblins, and a Skeleton Army to of course do some damage to that Miner over there. However, he goes ahead and zaps my Skeletons, and now he has a lot of troops in here on my tower doing quite a bit of damage, so I will go ahead and drop down a Tornado spell to pull out all of those Lava Pups and that Baby Dragon for now. As he drops down yet again another group of Goblins, this is going to be really annoying the entire battle, but my Ice Wizard does a good job of finishing them off. So within the first minute of the battle, we both got off a decent push on each other's tower. I dropped down his to 222 hit points, and he dropped down mine to 898. At this point, he's going to go ahead and drop down another Lava Hound, and now that I know he's kind of low on elixir, I'm also going to do the same exact thing I did to that left tower at the beginning of the battle. Drop down a Miner and my Elite Barbarians on his right lane tower to see how he can counter that. This time he will go ahead and drop down some minions and that Mega Minion. However, he does allow my Elite Barbarians to get to his tower, also dropping that one down to 222 hit points as well. So now I'm going to go ahead and drop down an Ice Golem on those minions right there, as well as a Fireball to help finish off that Mega Minion, and totally ignore my troops on that left lane tower. Of course, he had a Lava Hound and some Goblins going down that lane. I knew that tower was going to go ahead and get taken out eventually. I already basically have both of his towers. I just really wanted to focus on defending my right lane tower. So down goes a Miner at his left lane tower, dropping it down to 30 hit points right there. The minions did stop it from taking out the tower, but now I can go ahead and finish it off with either a Fireball, or I think that's the only card I can actually finish it off with. But first I go ahead and finish off that right lane tower, also doing some damage to that Mega Minion. I'm also going to go ahead and throw in that Tornado spell with the help of the Ice Golem. All of those troops right there get taken out. But now he has 2 Lava Hounds coming towards my tower right here. I'm going to go ahead and Fireball those minions, that Baby Dragon, some of those Lava Pups, and that extra Lava Hound. Drop down a Skeleton Army on his Miner, have an Ice Wizard in here trying to finish off these troops. And down goes a Tornado spell to keep off all these Lava Pups, that Goblin, and that Baby Dragon away from my tower. So after that tornado spell, I took out quite a bit of his troops. My Ice Wizard finished off his Mega Minion, and my tower finishes off his left lane tower for the victory. So there was that battle. As you can see, it did work out really well. Even though I don't have too much air defense, we did beat this Lava Hound deck. We got the victory, 2 crowns to 1, and that was the first look at this deck. Next up, we have the Nerd, another clan member of mine from Royale side, and he's going to start things off by dropping down some Spear Goblins coming down my left lane tower. They do a little bit of chip damage. I didn't really plan on countering them. They only dropped it by about 300 hit points. So now I drop down my Mega Minion in the back behind my tower, as well as it looks like it's going to be an Ice Wizard up next. And I'm also going to go ahead and I think Fireball those archers sometime soon, or I'm not going to. I'm actually going to go ahead and drop down a Miner behind that tower. And now do I Fireball? Yes, I Fireball now to finish off those minions and do some damage to that tower. The Mega Minion gets off a shot, and now the Ice Wizard is dropping it down below 1700 hit points. But now he has a level 7 Giant, and I wanted to drop down my Elite Barbarians, but instead I dropped down a Tornado and an Ice Golem to finish off those Goblins and the Spear Goblins. The Skeleton Army finished off the Giant and now finishes off the Archers as well. So now down goes a Miner behind that tower, trying to get those skeletons to the tower while it's distracted on the Miner. However, that didn't quite work out, but the Miner did drop it down below 1000 hit points. So here he has a full health minion horde, and I'm actually going to go ahead and drop down a tornado on those. I thought about fireballing it, but he didn't have a miner or anything to distract my tower. So the tornado is definitely cheaper, and it finished off those minions. But now we're defending against another level 7 giant push. He's going to go ahead and arrow all of my skeletons this time, but the Ice Wizard is slowing down the giant quite a bit, and now the Ice Golem just finished off those archers. So right here, I'm going to go ahead and drop down some Elite Barbarians in front of that Ice Wizard right there, trying to get them to the tower, which does successfully work. He will go ahead and drop down that minion horde to try to counter my Elite Barbarians, which do get taken out by that fireball. The Ice Wizard and the Ice Golem trying to go ahead and take out some of those minions right there, but they do finish off the Ice Golem and the Ice Wizard. And now I have another Ice Wizard to finish off these troops. So now he has a Lumberjack minion horde push coming towards my tower. I did distract the Lumberjack with a Skeleton Army and also dropped down a Tornado spell on these minions and those goblins right there. Looking back at it now, I probably should have fireballed those troops instead of dropping down a Tornado, because he also dropped down some more minions right there, and I forgot about the Lumberjack's Rage spell, which allowed those troops to finish off my tower down to 1500 hit points. But now I have a pretty big push coming down this right lane tower. I suck all those troops right there towards the Ice Golem with the Tornado. From the damage of the Tornado and the Ice Golem right there, they go ahead and finish off all those troops. My Miner and Elite Barbarian finish off the right lane tower for another 2-crown victory. So that right there is basically how the deck is going to work in the Electro Wizard challenge. Obviously, I don't have the Electro Wizard as I stated at the beginning of the video, but the Ice Wizard is a very good substitute for now to at least get the feel of how this deck is going to work. Of course, all the other cards in this deck are going to play the exact same in this challenge, and the Ice Wizard is definitely close enough to the Electro Wizard to at least get a feel for the deck for now. So this right here is what I'm going to be using in the challenge. As you guys saw, it works out really well against multiple decks. I showed you guys a battle against a giant Lumberjack deck and a Lava Hound deck. I managed to defend pretty well with this deck, as well as take out both of the towers in each battle. So if you guys are excited for this Electro Wizard challenge, let me know down in the comment section below, and also let me know what kind of deck you think you're going to be using. Like I said, I wouldn't use a Sparky deck. That would definitely be a bad idea. Giant decks are probably a good idea. Royal Giant, I really don't want to tell you to use it, because I do hate the Royal Giant, but if you do have one free entry and you're not going to play anymore, maybe a Royal Giant might do good for you. I know you're just trying to get that Electro Wizard, so good luck trying to get your Electro Wizard. I know a lot of people are going to be playing in this challenge. However, if you enjoyed this video and you liked my tips about the Electro Wizard challenge and you think you might go ahead and try out this deck, make sure you go ahead and smash that like button down below on this video, and make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That's all I've got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck to you all in the Electro Wizard challenge, and I'll see you next time.